Hello folks, this is the one and only channel on geopolitical gaming, the Geopolitical Gamer, and we are back with Regiments. And we are in the fourth phase of the first operation of Regiments, which is Operation Dissonance. We are already in the second stage of the operation since the last round, and we are playing as the Panzer Regiment 16 of the East German Republic. And we are tasked with crushing down defecting elements of the 4th Motorschützendivision, which call themselves the Freie Republik Deutschland, so the Free Republic of Germany. So in the first stage of this operation, which consisted out of the first two phases, we were tasked with teaming up with loyalist elements of the 4th Motorschützendivision near Lauterbach, which refused to defect to the rebel forces, and we also had to defend them from rebel counterattacks. Now, since the previous phase, which was also the third phase of the operation, we entered stage 2 and we were tasked with clearing out entrenched units of the FRD at the Vogtei chemical plant. So in the previous phase we were able to capture the chemical plant, and now we just need to clear out the Vogtei village from the rebel forces and secure an exit zone such that we can proceed to the last stage of this operation. But before we proceed with preparing our regiment for the upcoming battle, we just briefly go into the operation log to see whether or not we have any new messages. And indeed we have one new message, which is named Dead City Radio, so let's look into it. It is issued by the headquarters of the 7th Panzer Division, Militärbezirk 3, and it says, "Electronic Warfare Battalion has finally unpacked. They will be jamming the local comms so that the rebels will have a harder time reorganizing. With them using the same radio sets as us, expect to be affected too." Alright, that's all, so let's head back to the battle preparations. So in the previous phase we made some minor losses, but also managed it to still gain a lot of operational authority, so we still have 288 remaining. So what we are going to do is that we replenish all these losses that we made, and then I'll go for an upgrade of one of my task forces. So I could either upgrade the task force Stern, I could upgrade the task force Tambov, or the task force Bereich. So if I upgrade task force Stern, I would get upgraded T-55s. For task force Tambov, I would get like engineering BTRs. And for the task force Bereich, I would get upgraded T-72s. So it's not like an easy decision to make, but I want to go with upgrading the task force Tambov, so the mechanized infantry task force, simply because we are fighting in urban areas, and I also want to make full use of my mechanized infantry here. And the remaining operational authority which I have, I will spend here on the deployment points, so I can then make full use of my regiment and my task forces. And so far that's it, and we then can head already to the events for this next phase. And there's only one event remaining for this phase, which is air superiority, which means that we get air tactical aids 50% cheaper, and an additional air tactical aid. So I think that's so far all, and then we can head to the battle. Alright, and we are back at the Vogtei chemical plant. So it is in the evening now, and it is slowly getting dark. And so far the situation is looking really good for us. We were not able to get in control of Vogtei village itself, but we were able to get control of the chemical plant. And the only thing that we might have to be concerned about now is that there could be a counterattack which could fall into our southern side, which is here on the left. So let's just see what we are best advised to do here. Personally, I don't want to concentrate too much on protecting the chemical plant. So I might only want to put here a platoon of T-55s here. Yeah, I think we can put them there without any need to have a bad conscience about having reinforced this side a little bit too much, because we are still having like 3 T-72 platoons in our regiment and they are definitely superior tanks. So I think that's definitely a good idea to put the T-55s there just to delay any possible counter-attacks. And probably I'm also well advised to accommodate them with another reconnaissance unit. And I will concentrate then most of my forces here on the northern side so we can then take back Vogtei village. So it's looking good so far. So I have here several units of mechanized infantry and I will reinforce them with another platoon of T-72s. So we then can go full in here to take Vogtei and also secure the exit zone, which should enable us to advance to the next stage of the operation. So before we start, let's make a quick fly-through over the battlefield. So yeah, there are some additional defensive forces there from our allies. I think we can proceed now without having to take any further precautions. Alright, so let's go. So there are still enemies hiding here at Vogtei East, so I smoke them and then we can rush into Vogtei with our BTR-70 units. I'm putting further smoke there. Yeah, probably wasn't the best idea here to flank through Vogtei North because the tank hunters were already inflicted heavy damage upon us. Yeah, so I definitely need to retreat my BTR-70s.
Zone capture.
Alright, and we already managed to capture Vogtei East. So I need to get rid of these entrenched forces, otherwise I won't make any progress. And luckily the mortars are able to inflict heavy damage upon the tank destroyers. And we were also able now to clean here Vogtei East. So let's join the rush on Vogtei North. So we now have also kaboomed the remaining unit of rebel mortars here in Vogtei North. I actually think we are doing so far pretty well. I'm only concerned about surprises popping up here at the chemical plant. So they have one entry zone attached here to the chemical plant, so that's definitely a danger I need to be aware of. But so far the northern side is looking pretty good. We are only a stone throw away from capturing the exit zone.
Zone captured.
So let's make just a tank rush, I would say. Ah, that's nasty, so they still have entrenched units here guarding the exit of Vogtei. think there's also like a shilka there. I think that now that we have zeroed them all, we can just proceed to the stage exit. So yeah, as I expected, there's a counter-attack incoming. I'm just very concerned as I don't know from where. So I think we will be able to hold Vogtei without any problems. But the chemical plant is my biggest point of concern. So that was just the mortar unit, but we have also taken care of it already. And we're also encountering some artillery fire from there.
Zone captured. Total domination achieved.
So we basically have achieved total domination, and now we just need to get rid of the counter-attack. And we were saved by the bell at the last moment. So that's it. So we were able to clear out the rebel forces out of the Vogtei chemical plant, and now we can proceed to the next stage of this operation. But before we end this video, let's just finish inspecting our after action report. And let's also have a last look at the counter-attack that we avoided dealing with. So it seems like it were several tanks, but we don't have any further intelligence to identify what the other units are that were advancing towards us. But overall we did a pretty good job here in capturing all the remaining parts of the Vogtei village. So we then did not have to pay too much attention to any of the remaining units by the FRD that are scattered around here. Alright, so I think that's it. I think that's it so far. And we basically can consider this mission a success. So let's proceed to the next stage of this operation. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay updated on any future video uploads of mine. Also feel free to leave a comment. It's always very enjoyable for me to see what my viewers liked about my videos, or also whether or not you have seen some of stuff going on in the game while I was recording. In any case, thanks again for watching, and I hope I will see you in the next video.